Randy at philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's
coming to me. There we go. The State of the Union. The state of the lying. Oh, my God. What a unbelievable. Biden made the cover of New York Post. Yeah. Right after the State of the Union, they put him on the cover of the New York Post. Now, he wasn't named the Man of the Year, but he was named Joe Biden, Liar of the Year. I put in the Liar of the Year. They named him Joe Biden. It was terrible. This guy is just, I just don't understand it. This guy doesn't know the truth, and he's our president. I mean, this is terrible. But let's go through some of the things that he said, and let's start out with the economy was in ruins. Go ahead, play that.
When I took office, this economy was in ruins. My predecessor was the first president Herbert Hoover.
That's not true. That's a total lie. Economy in ruins? What are you, nuts? No, it wasn't in ruins. Take a look at yourself. You go back and look. He handed over the first day in office in January 2021. He handed to Biden inflation of 1.4%. 1.4%. By December of that same year, or 18 months, let's use 18 months, go out longer. After 18 short months, he blew up inflation to 9%. What are you, nuts? You know what you've got to do that? 9%. So play that again, what he said.
When I took office, this economy was in ruins.
In ruins? No, you ruined the economy. I mean, this guy just sits there and lies. It's terrible. Like the oil companies last night.
Have you noticed Big Oil just reported its profits, record profits? They invested too little of that profit to increase domestic production. And when I talk to a couple of them, they say, we're afraid you're going to shut down all the oil wells, all the oil refineries anyway, so why should we invest in them? I said, we're going to need oil for at least another decade. And that's going to exceed.
Well, hey, man, decade? What a hypocrite. Now all of a sudden we're going from green to oil. He's admitting oil doesn't work. I mean, green doesn't work. He admits we need oil. He's only doing the green to satisfy the part of the Democratic Party that Marxists, that are communists, socialists. That's his base. So, I mean, that's amazing. He admitted that green energy's not working. Of course it doesn't work. You can't get rid of oil. Are you kidding me? 10 years. Give me a break. He's been lying to us all along about this green energy. It's not green energy. He takes most of that money that he costs for green energy, puts into welfare programs, just like Obama did the same thing. When it was Obama and Biden together, they kept expanding the welfare programs, the welfare state, and they'd always label it something else. And that's exactly what they're doing. So the oil companies, the CEOs, are smart. Why would any CEO of any oil company trust Joe Biden? I mean, think about trusting this guy. It costs a minimum of about $10 million to sink a well. Add another $5 million for everything else. But just do $10 million, just sink the well. Do you think they're going to, in the 5 largest oil companies, the reason why they had all this profit, because they had very little expense, because they don't dare drill oil wells, because they're out there, let's say they put 10, 20 oil wells out there to start drilling, and AOC goes over to Joe Biden and says, stop those oil wells, he'll stop them. The man has no integrity. I mean, my God, everybody knows that now. Who would trust him? He has no integrity. I mean, think about it. What CEO would trust a person who was elected to the highest office in the land? Think about that. Highest office in the land. President of the United States, who turned the presidency into a criminal enterprise of influence peddling. A criminal enterprise. Worse. What father would involve his own son in making him part of that criminal enterprise, making him his personal bagman? What father would do that to his son? Not mentioning all the crack cocaine and everything. I mean, what kind of father is this? So would anybody trust this guy? I said the other day, when you interview people, when you have a company, you interview people, take them out to dinner, because you want to see how they interact with their family. You can measure a man by how he treats his family. Here he's got a son that's a crack addict, his bag man. Are you kidding? His influence peddling. Unbelievable. So that is the reason the 5 largest companies had all this money, made these big profits, because they're not investing them, because they don't dare invest them, because they can't trust the man. They start drilling. All of a sudden, his socialist group, his Marxist group will have him, hey, shut those oil companies, oil wells down. Unbelievable. These are the 5 largest oil companies. So he says the economy was in ruins. Well, we know that's a lie. God, he made so many lies. Know one of the biggest lies about the 12 million jobs. Go ahead and play the job.
The strongest job growth in history.
He's telling everybody how he has the strongest job growth in history. A bold-faced lie. He's talking about 12 million jobs. He says he created 12 million jobs. That's not true. That's a bold-faced lie. He only created 2.7 million jobs. That's it. Because here's what he does. He counts the 12 million people who, when the economy was shut down, were told to go home. They can't work anymore. And when they returned to work, once it was safe from this COVID, Biden turns around, Joe Biden turns around, and he says, oh, I'm going to count those 12 million. I created those new jobs. We'll say I created those new jobs, the 12 million. He didn't create anything. These are people who are told to go home. We're shutting down the economy. What are you going to do, hang around the office? Joe Biden. Unbelievable. As percentage of jobs he claims that he created, he says, I created more jobs in 2 years than any president has created in 4 years. That's a lie, another lie from Joe Biden. Biden, on a percentage basis, since his terms, created 8.5% of the jobs. Obama, 8.6%. Clinton, 10.5%. And Reagan, 11.2%. Yet he lied last night and said as a percentage of jobs created, I created more jobs in 2 years than any president has created in 4 years. Another bold-faced lie. The guy is a liar. A liar. The guy is just vile. He's just vile. You saw him last night stand up and tell everybody a bold-faced lie that the Republicans are going to cut Medicaid and Social Security. He knew that was a lie. He got bagged on that one. Didn't he? So Joe Biden came out last night and said inflation has fallen every month for the last 6 months. Well, take-home pays have gone up. Really? Let's put that in context when we get back. Yeah, let's put in context his claim. Inflation has fallen every month for the last 6 months while take-home pay has gone up. We'll put that in context. Yes, Joe Biden.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, I told you the other day, I've been telling you for the last 4 weeks, when they've been rallying these tech stocks, I told you I had my members, my gang members, get into this tech stocks. We got one into December, got one in October, one December. We got 5 or 6 of them in January 6th because they said we're going to have a big short covering rally. Okay, in these stocks. There's no question about it. And then we did. We got the short covering rally. And most of our stocks up, I'll say on average, our tech stock, about 7, 8 of these stocks are up. I'll just round it off, probably 20%, 25%. And now you got people coming in, jumping in these stocks after they're up 25, even 30%. Isn't that awful? They always bring people in, stimulate people to come into the market after it had its initial move. Because the big institutions buy first. The big institutions buy when nobody else is buying. Okay, that's what we do here at Phil's Gang. We did it with gold. Look at our gold. We had a great gold year going. It was that we had a pullback in gold, but it's going to go back up. We had a pullback in gold because we had that stupid jobs number of 511,000, which again was a bad thing, not a good thing. And that's why you saw on Monday the market was going down. Yesterday they shot the market up in the afternoon because Biden wasn't going to go into the State of the Union having negative numbers. Are you kidding me? You think he's going to go into the State of the Union and Dow's down 200 points, 300 points? No. And here we are, the market's down again today. So the market was down Monday after the smart money digested all the nonsense on those 511,000 jobs. And they finally realized when they came back on Monday, this is bad news. Because the last thing that Powell wants is jobs. He wants to get rid of at least 1.2 million, 1.5 million jobs, which is stupid. He thinks you get rid of jobs, you stop spending if you don't have a job. Well, why go after somebody's job? Let's get governments cut spending. Let them cut spending, this wild, crazy spending. Cut spending. Then people can keep their jobs, and let's increase their wages. But for them, they're working on right now. The whole thing is they got to keep raising rates 75 basis points. That's why I keep telling you your tech stocks are not going to continue going up. The same reason the tech stocks came down 38%. Nothing has changed. But you keep listening to these people on CNBC, Fox Business, Bloomberg's, and you think these guys are geniuses. They've never been right. They're always wrong. Now they're telling you to get into these stocks now? Are you crazy? Are you nuts? Because he's going to continue to raise rates. He has no choice but to continue to raise rates. And it's going to kill these tech stocks. And that's why all this was a short covering rally. It came down 38%. I told my members it will go up about a third of that 38%, and then it'll make new lows again. I mean, if you want to make money in this market, you've got to learn how the market works. That's the one thing we do here at Phil's Gang. We explain to our members how the markets work. It's not enough to go in and listen to somebody on Fox or CNBC. Let's buy this stock because I know the CEO well, and he's going to open up 3 more stores here in North Carolina, 2 more stores in Florida, and I know him, and he's got good margins, and he's got a good backup on inventory. He's got a good inventory computer, and it means nothing. We've lost fundamentals. In 2008, when they decided, they changed everything, the 2 big changes we've had. When they decided we're no longer going to be a manufacturing economy, we're going to get rid of manufacturing. This was in the 70s. We're going to ship everything over to China and Japan. We're going to tear down our plants, send them over there, and we're going to export all our people, all our jobs, and we're going to be, instead of an industrial nation, we're going to be a financial service nation so we can screw everybody. And we're going to build Wall Street. And what we're going to do is build this crappy product called 401ks that we're going to stick these mutual funds in. And we're all going to get rich. And that scam's been going on since the 70s. How is it working? Not very well. If you want to make money in this market, you can't listen to these people. You've got to just follow the money. And that's what we do here. We show you how to follow the money. And one chart that we have, our Pro 2 color-coded chart that we patent, we have it, nobody else does. That's exactly what it does, and it's color-coded. So check it out. Also, by the way, listen to my radio show on podcast, okay? And podcast, Rumble, YouTube, Apple, Facebook. All right, let's. I want to get back to what's going on with all this lying. First of all, he's telling us that he is he's not responsible for this inflation. Really? He's responsible for every bit of this inflation. He's saying it's Putin. No, it's not. Putin had nothing to do with it. The current situation we're in right now, okay, is still very bad. People don't realize the market's going to go down again. Prices are still climbing. Gasoline still up 42%, diesel 65%, eggs 50%, milk 44%, cooking oil 53%, butter 44%, chicken 14%, beef 25%, rice 13%. The current situation is not much better. Yes, inflation has come down. Of course it has. But what's the difference? If someone's going to stab you with an 18-inch knife and kill you, or a 12-inch knife, they're both going to kill you. So to say inflation came down is something good? No. See, here's what happened. And he's being found out, but the biggest thing he did last night is proved himself to be a man without character, a very vile man, and just a vile liar. See, what happened to our economy, I'm going to explain when we get back. Most people have no idea what's going on. And people just, they listen to these shows and they just think, oh, they must know what they're doing.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this, but it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Philsgang.com. What are you, nuts? 85% of the people do not know how to get out of the market. They lose money because they don't know when to get out. I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. I solved that with my Pro 2 color-coded chart. It tells you when to get out. It tells you when to get in, tells you what to add, not to add. Specifically, when do I get out? It tells you that. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Get your 10-day free trial of my Pro 2 color-coded chart and a membership. What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%? I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. It's Steve Celeste here with PhilsGang.com. Just wanted to tell you how to get engaged with Phil's Gang and how to become part of the Phil's Gang membership or how to try us for 10 days free. Simply go to PhilsGang.com. That's www.philsgang.com and click on Get Started at the top of the website. Click on the big red banner that says Working Investor 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. And hey, while you're at the website, why not stop by our gift shop, see if there's something in there for you or for somebody you know. All right, thanks, and back to you, Phil.
And thank you very much, Steve. Now, I'm telling you, if you've been with us in our tech stocks, the bulk we bought on January 6th, and the bulk of our tech stocks, okay, are up. Adobe, we're up 33%. Amazon, 82%. We're up... Google. Make sure these are right. Yeah, on average, we're up. I don't have the numbers here in front, but on average, we're up about 35%. I'll use 25 to 35%. I don't know where I put my sheet here, but that's where we are because we bought them right. We bought them at the right time. And when you buy stocks, that's what you have to do. You have to buy them, okay, when nobody wants them. You don't buy them now. And I'm so worried about people who are jumping in right now buying these tech stocks. That's crazy, okay? You're going to really get hurt. But I want to get back to, let's get back to what is going on. And we talked about the job numbers. That was a lie last night. He didn't create 12 million jobs. He created 2.7 million jobs. The 12 million jobs are the same jobs that people left when they shut down the economy, went home, and that was a real problem because he gave them so much money. Wow, they turned around and became big consumers, but they were at home, so they couldn't manufacture what they were consuming, and we had a real problem with our supply chain. But I'll go over that in a second. But let's again, we know that the economy being in ruins is a lie. That didn't happen. We know that for a fact. That he destroyed. He's the one that caused the inflation. It went from 1.4% to 9% after 18 months. We know that. Now he's saying that for too long, he said last night, we've been exporting too many jobs and imported too many products. He says, no more. He said, I've now reversed that trend. That's another lie. Under Biden, imported goods hit a record high of $3.3 trillion. In 2022, with the highest trade deficit since 1970 at $1.1 trillion. But he's standing up there lying last night saying, for decades, we've been exporting too many jobs, importing too many products, causing high trade deficits. No more, he says. I reversed that. You hear him last night? No, he didn't. He didn't reverse it. We had a record importing of goods in 2022 of $3.1 trillion. And he says our trade deficits are going down. No, they're not. They're going up $1.1 trillion. That's the highest trade deficit since 1970. Unbelievable. Inflation, he says, fallen every month for the last 6 months, while take-home pay has gone up. Let's put that in the right context, please. Yes, it's true inflation has slowed from Biden. But wait a minute. It slowed from 9% to 6.5%. What the hell is that? Before Biden was president, we had since 1994 to 2020, inflation was always steady at 2%. Did you hear what I just said? From 1994 to 2020, inflation was always 2%. The CPI was always 2%. He comes in, becomes president, and we go up to 9%. Now it's at a current 6.5%. That's good? How's that good? He's like a salesman last time. Oh, that's good. We're down to 6.5%. No. We've been at 2% even since 1994 to 2020. Wages. Sure, it's true that wages are climbing more than normal. However, that's not very comforting under Joe Biden, when Americans under Joe Biden have seen the most severe pay cut in 25 years. So it's not comforting to say, well, you know, wages are climbing more than normal. Wait, what good is that? Main Street has seen the most severe pay cut in 25 years. That's painful when 72% live paycheck to paycheck. The real Main Street worker, wages are now declining. From January, he's a liar. From January 2021, when real wages were rising 3.9% year over year, through January 23rd, 2023, real wages have fallen under Joe Biden 9 of the last 12 months. Let me say again, he said wages are doing pretty good. They're starting to go back up. That's a lie. No, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Yes, they're going back up, but not enough. Let's take the last 12 months. 9 of those 12 wages have fallen. Wages have fallen. Now, 70%. The big problem is 70% of our workforce are making less than $54,000. That's a recession. That's a recession. Also, what he didn't mention last night, he says 2020 to 2023, our population increased by 7 million people. The problem with that, the number of employed persons only increased by an anemic 1.4 million over 3 years, which means 5.4 million people have no incentive to work because Biden's expansion of welfare programs keep masking them, keeps calling them green programs. That's a deception. Another lie last night. He said, in the last 2 years, my administration has cut the deficit by more than 1.7 trillion. Oh, this gets me. This grinds my gears. The largest deficit reduction in American history. Not true. Another lie from Joe Biden. Now, this is not according to me. This is according to the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget. Remember what the 1.7 trillion was. A line item. That's all. And when they expired, in other words, we had this era of pandemic spending, as you know, and when that expired, the line items expired. He makes it sound like we're downstairs in the war room and we had pizza and beer and we're there all night long trying to figure out where we can cut 1.7 trillion. It was a stupid line item. No more pandemic, no more line item. Gone. Another lie by Joe Biden. Unbelievable. Now he says, do you know what Trump did? What did Trump do? Well, nearly 25% of the entire national debt that took over 200 years to accumulate was added by just one administration, Trump. All right? He added all that debt. Nearly 25% of the entire national debt that took over 200 years to accumulate, it was Trump. He added that. He had that debt. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. Not true. That was another lie by Biden. Understand, Trump did not unilaterally add to that amount. In fact, 2 major factors driving that increase were mandatory spending, and that was set not by Trump. That was set going back to Bush. He had nothing to do with this. So Joe Biden's just there, tries to blame Trump for the 25% increase in the national debt. Are you kidding me? I mean, we could just go on and on and on. Here's what happened. If you really want to know what happened and what's going to happen with this market, God, join our gang. Because you'll always be on the right side of the transaction. You always be buying when you should be buying. You should be shorting when you're shorting. You always be in the right stocks, the right groups. If you keep listening to these people, and this guy is just, I don't know what you can call this guy, other than a bull-faced liar. Unbelievable. He can never tell the truth, this man.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Phil Grande has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Manufacturing rebounding at a faster rate than in the last 40 years.
That's a lie. Under Biden, manufacturing had the biggest 2-year drop. That's right. Productivity is down 72%. Under Biden, housing starts the biggest year-over-year decline since 2009. This is unbelievable. Look, I'm just looking at our tech stocks that we bought on January 6th. So Apple, we're up 19%. Now remember, we've been taking profits on the way up because you have to sell into these stocks. So this was a short covering rally. So anyone who bought Apple yesterday or day before, you bought it 19% too high. Adobe, we're up 13%. If you bought Adobe, you're up 13% too much. If you bought Amazon in the last few days, we're up 21%. That means you're buying the stock, you're giving them a VIG of 20. How are you going to make money? That's like going down to Sears or a store and a suit's $200 and you say, I'm going to bring it outside now and put it on a hanger and I'm going to sell it outside the store for $400. That's what most people do with stocks and why 80% of people lose money in the stock market. So if you're going to go and buy Broadcom, it's already up 21%. You should have been in with us. Meta, we're up 53%. 53%. We bought that on January 6th. That's one of our January 6th. We bought a boatload of these on January 6th, so I knew this would happen, January 6th. How did I know? Because being in this business for 50 years, same thing happens every year. Whatever the worst performing group of the 11 groups in the market, you turn the page January, those are the first ones that go up because everybody's covering their short position. All right, so where do we stand? Right now, if you want to make money in this market, you got to get away from fundamentals. If you want to make money in this market, follow us here at Phil's Gang. It works because not only do we show you how to invest in stocks, short-term, long-term, we make sure you know how to sell short. If you don't know how to sell short, you're in deep trouble. The other thing here at Phil's Gang, what we do, is we make sure you understand the stock market. Like, okay, if the yields are going down, is the dollar going down with it? Is that good for gold or not good for gold? If the yields are going up and the bond market's going down, which stock should I be buying? If yields are going up, should I be buying tech stocks? Or should I be buying bank stocks? So you got to know how the market works. It's not just listening to these guys and telling you, well, the market's hot, buy this stock right here. Are you nuts? This market has changed totally since 2008. It will never again be what it used to be. You buy and hold. In fact, it turned better. It's better because you don't have to go and look at stock reports. You don't have to go look at, what's the margins? Are the margins improving? What's the PE ratio? What is the set aside they got for bad loans? What is their margin account and free cash flow? And you don't need to know any of that. It's been made so much easier to invest. And if you have the right charts, what a difference it makes. So just go to my homepage, philgang.com, where it says Get Started. Click on that. And while you're there, free, go right next door. Right there you can see it says how the Pro 2 works. The Pro 2 works. My God, the Pro 2 works. You look at that Pro 2, it's the best thing in the world. You'll never be wrong. Look, what happened? They shut the economy down. 12 million workers went home. They had to go home. Biden turns around and prints $5 trillion in pandemic aid. Most of that went to green energy, but he put enough into it for a stimulus. What did he do? Well, normally you give enough money to people for necessities. But he went nuts. He went nuts. He gave people so much money, it was a bonanza. The 12 million labor force was receiving unemployment checks, not from just the state, but they're receiving unemployment checks from the federal government. He also handed them a grab bag of moratoriums. They didn't have to pay their rent. They had to pay their mortgage. They had to pay their utilities. They had to pay student loans. Savings exploded from a normal 2% of disposable income to 32% of disposable income. They didn't know what to do with their money. They didn't know what to do. They had so much money. So he was directly responsible for this inflation, because here's what happened. A big shift came. He turns around, and folks, instead of just buying toiletries and just necessities, now they're buying TVs, bedroom furniture, big screen TVs, wave runners, used cars. But the people who make those were home. So prices went through the roof because there was a shortage of all these. So used cars went up 40%, gasoline 42%. You know the story. Cattle, coffee 78%. Because the people who should be at work making these things, taking care of the demand. Well, there was nobody taking care of the demand. And here's the thing. When people weren't buying necessities and they were shifting to buying furniture and big screen TVs and wave runners and all that, it clogged up the supply chain. So you had everybody at home, nobody taking care of the demand side, nobody manufacturing, and prices went through the roof. And yes, the prices have come down, things have come down, but it's still horrible, it's still hard. That's what he did. All he knew as a guy in government for 50 years, just print more money. He created this mess we're in. He created this massive inflation, and you don't get out of inflation overnight. Inflation is not like a cold. It just goes away after a couple days. Inflation is the hardest thing to get rid of. And you want to know what? These soft landings you keep hearing is a bunch of crap. Soft landings, my butt. In the last 60 years, they've tried 16 soft landings. Only 4 have worked. Why? Because inflation is the hardest thing to get rid of. Because you're raising rates in a terrible economy. You're raising rates as people got laid off. But instead of creating jobs, instead of increasing productivity, instead of putting money into business investment, what's he do? He prints all that money, and he gives all this money as the stimulus. And people are out spending like crazy. Now they don't have any savings left. Now we're going to get the big layoffs, and I have to laugh when I keep hearing from CNBC and all those dopes. Boy, this is it. This is the market. Boy, look at tech stocks. This is it. They're on their way up again. We're going to have a big rally. Yeah, we're going to go up 20, 30, 40% this year. I have no idea what they're talking about. Strongest job growth in history. Are you kidding? The 500,000 jobs I told you, that was the worst thing that ever happened. Because now Biden is panicking. He's got to keep those rates going up. He's got to keep pushing those rates up to try to get people fired. He's got to keep pushing those rates up. So CEOs go, oh my God, look at the expense here. My interest rates are going up. I got to cut labor. Isn't that stupid? Industrial production. Last night he was lying through his tooth how he was pushed. Industrial production was doing well under him. Really? Of the 46 presidents, Biden had the biggest one-year manufacturing drop at 18% in 2022. Look, do you want to make money consistently? Join our gang. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Sign up where it says Get Started. Also, go to my YouTube channel. Try it. It's free for 10 days, for heaven's sakes. We'll see you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.